Have you ever wondered why some people seem to easily connect with everyone they meet? Well, the secret lies in the power of effective communication. It's an art form that goes beyond the mere exchange of words. It's about learning to listen, to understand, and to respond in a way that not only conveys your thoughts, but also respects the thoughts and feelings of others. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any successful relationship, be it personal or professional. It allows us to express our ideas and feelings, and it also helps us understand the emotions and thoughts of others. It's all about bridging the gap between different perspectives, fostering empathy, and building a strong bond based on mutual understanding and respect. Imagine for a moment a world where everyone communicates effectively. There would be fewer misunderstandings, less conflict, and a lot more harmony. But how exactly does effective communication lead to such positive outcomes? Firstly, effective communication promotes understanding. When we communicate effectively, we are not just heard, but we are also understood. This understanding fosters empathy and compassion, creating a solid foundation for any relationship. Secondly, effective communication fosters respect. When we communicate our thoughts and feelings clearly and respectfully, we are showing the other person that we value their perspective. This mutual respect is a crucial element in maintaining healthy relationships. Lastly, effective communication can forge long-lasting connections. When we communicate effectively, we open the door to deep, meaningful conversations that can strengthen our bonds with others. These connections are not just fleeting. They can last a lifetime. However, it's important to note that effective communication is not about agreeing with everyone or pleasing others. It's about expressing your own thoughts and feelings while also respecting and understanding those of others. It's about finding a balance, a middle ground where everyone feels heard and valued. So, if you want to connect with others on a deeper level, if you want to build relationships that are strong and enduring, then mastering the art of effective communication is a must. Remember, effective communication is more than just exchanging information. It's about understanding the emotion and intentions behind the information. Now, you might be wondering, how can I become an effective communicator? Well, let's break this down into easy-to-follow steps. First and foremost, we have active listening. This is more than just hearing the words being spoken. It's about understanding the complete message being sent. It involves paying attention to the speaker, showing that you're listening, providing feedback, and deferring judgment. Active listening allows you to understand others better, respond appropriately, and remember what's being discussed. Next, we have expressing oneself clearly. This is a two-part process. Firstly, you need to organize your thoughts. This includes knowing your main points and supporting details. Secondly, you need to deliver your message in a clear and concise manner. This involves using simple language, avoiding jargon, and speaking at a pace that your audience can follow. Then, we move to the use of appropriate body language. This involves being aware of your own body language and reading the body language of others. Your body language should reinforce your spoken words. For example, maintaining eye contact shows you're engaged, while leaning in slightly shows you're interested. On the other hand, crossing your arms can signal defensiveness, so it's important to be aware of these subtle cues. Lastly, we have providing feedback. This is a critical part of communication, as it lets the other person know that you've understood their message. It can be as simple as a nod of agreement or a verbal affirmation like, "I see," or "I understand." But remember, effective communication isn't about being perfect. It's about making an effort to understand and be understood. It's about respecting the other person's viewpoint, even if you don't agree with it. And most importantly, it's about connecting with others on a deeper level. Remember, mastering these steps doesn't happen overnight. It's a constant learning process. So take your time, practice, and you'll see your communication skills improve over time. How many times have you felt misunderstood? Understanding others is an art, not a science. In this vast tapestry of human interaction, understanding one another plays a pivotal role. It's the bridge that connects our islands of individuality, allowing us to share experiences, ideas, and emotions. The cornerstone of this bridge? Empathy. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to perceive and relate to the thoughts, emotions, or experiences of others. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. It's not about agreeing with their viewpoint, but about gracing their perspective. Empathy allows us to form connections on a deeper, more personal level. But how do we cultivate empathy? How do we truly understand others? Firstly, pay attention to nonverbal cues. So much of our communication is unspoken. The tilt of a head, the shift of a gaze, the crossing of arms. These subtle gestures can reveal a world of emotions. By being observant, we can gain insight into the feelings of others that words alone may not express. Secondly, ask open-ended questions. These type of questions invite the other person to share more about their thoughts and feelings. They don't limit responses to a simple yes or no, but rather encourage a deeper conversation. By asking how and why, we open the door to understanding someone else's perspective. Lastly, practice active listening. This means fully focusing on the speaker, avoiding interruptions, and responding thoughtfully. It's about showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying and giving them the space and respect to express themselves. Remember, understanding others is not about solving their problems or trying to change their mind. It's about acknowledging their feelings, validating their experiences, and showing them that they are heard. When you strive to understand others, you build stronger, more meaningful relationships. So let's all try to master this art of understanding. It may not be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. Do you know the golden rule of communication? It's respect. So let's dive into the realm of respect, a vital ingredient in the recipe of effective communication. Picture respect as the glue that binds all other elements of communication together. Without it, our words may fall flat and our intentions might be misunderstood. Respect is an acknowledgement of the other person's worth. It's a recognition of their thoughts, opinions, and experiences. It's a fundamental human necessity, as essential to our conversations as air is to our lungs. But how do we show respect in our communication? Firstly, we must be willing to listen. Active listening means fully engaging with the other person's words, rather than simply waiting for your turn to speak. It's about understanding, rather than just hearing. Next, we can show respect by acknowledging others' opinions, even when they differ from our own. This isn't about agreeing with everything someone says, but rather recognizing their right to have a different viewpoint. It's about creating a safe space where diverse thoughts and ideas can coexist without judgment. Politeness, too, is a crucial aspect of respect. It's the oil that keeps the wheels of conversation turning smoothly. Politeness shows that we value the other person and their time. It's reflected in our choice of words, our tone of voice, and our body language. Avoiding interruptions is another way to show respect. It signals that we value what the other person is saying. Interruptions can be seen as a form of conversational hijacking, where our eagerness to express our thoughts overshadows the other person's opportunity to share theirs. Remember, respect is a two-way street. It's not just about how we treat others, but also about how we allow ourselves to be treated. It requires a balance of giving and receiving, of speaking and listening, of understanding and being understood. Respectful communication fosters trust, prevents misunderstandings, and promotes harmony. So let's continue to cultivate respect in our interactions, making our world a more understanding and harmonious place, one conversation at a time. Ever wondered how to maintain communication without crossing boundaries? It's a delicate dance that many of us struggle with, but don't worry, we're here to help you master the steps. Firstly, let's talk about the importance of maintaining communication. It's the lifeline connecting us to others, be it family, friends, or colleagues. Communication is how we express our thoughts, feelings, and needs. It's how we understand and are understood. Without it, connections wither, misunderstandings arise, and relationships falter. But how do we maintain healthy communication? There are a few key elements to consider. First, establish regular check-ins. These don't have to be formal or lengthy, just a simple "how are you" or "is there anything you need" goes a long way. It shows that you care and are there for them. Second, honesty is paramount. It's not always easy to be honest, especially when it involves uncomfortable truths. But honesty fosters trust and understanding, which are vital for healthy communication. Third, understand and respect personal space. Everyone has their own comfort levels when it comes to communication. Some people need more space, others less. It's important to understand and respect these differences. Now let's shift gears and talk about boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what's acceptable and what's not in a relationship. They protect our personal space, our mental and emotional well-being. They are not walls to keep others out, but guidelines to ensure mutual respect and understanding. Establishing boundaries doesn't mean you're being unfriendly or distant. On the contrary, it means you're taking care of your own needs while respecting those of others. It's about finding that sweet spot where both parties feel comfortable and heard. Remember, it's okay to say no, to ask for space, to express your needs. It's okay to set boundaries. In fact, it's necessary. It's part of maintaining healthy communication and relationships. In conclusion, maintaining communication and respecting boundaries is like a dance. It requires balance, understanding, and respect. And when done right, it leads to harmonious and fulfilling relationships. Balancing communication and respecting boundaries is key to long-lasting, healthy relationships.